Have you ever wondered, what is gold leaf? How do you apply it? What can you apply it to? Is it real gold? The answer to all of these questions and more coming up next. Hi, I'm Deanna. Welcome to my studio. In this video, I'm going to be applying gold leaf to some ordinary glass vases to make them a little bit more special and unique. I will demonstrate the process as well as answer some of the most common questions I get about gold leaf, so be sure you stick around to the end of the video so you can hear the answer to all of the questions. Now, the techniques I'm going to demonstrate today are not only for glass objects. I've used the same method on all kinds of surfaces before, from entire walls and ceilings to accents on furniture pieces, lots of home decor items, surfaces like drywall, wood, plastic, metal, and so much more. So let's get to the project. These are the vases I'm going to be applying the gold leaf to. I purchased them at IKEA. And I also purchased a couple of plants from IKEA that I will be setting in to the vases after I'm done. I'll leave links in the description box down below so that you can easily find these products if you'd like to recreate this project on your own. I've decided that I'd like to do a band of gold leaf around the bottom to hide most of the pot. So to start off, I'll just measure how high the pot is so I know how high to apply my gold leaf. These pots are about 3 inches tall, so I'm going to use some painter's tape and I'll just mark off 3 inches so I know how high from the bottom to apply my gold leaf. Now, I'm not going to be making a perfect even line of gold leaf around the bottom, so I don't have to worry about making a perfect straight line. This is just a general guideline for me to follow. So how do you apply gold leaf? Well, in order for your gold leaf to stick to your item, first you need to apply a special glue. And if you're still wondering what is gold leaf, don't worry, I'll go over that next. This is adhesive size. It's a water-based, specially formulated liquid that you brush onto your surface, specifically for metal leaf. And although it kind of looks like white glue, it's different because once it dries, it stays sticky for up to 48 hours, and that's what the leaf will stick to. You apply the leaf size exactly where you want your gold leaf to stick. So in my case, I'm going to be applying it to the bottom of these vases underneath my tape line because that's where I want it to stick. Now, in some cases, you may require a little bit of prep work like sanding or a base coat or primer for better adhesion, but these are just some decorative items that are going to sit on a shelf, so I wasn't overly concerned about adhesion, so I didn't bother with those steps on this project. If you have any questions regarding your project and any prep work, feel free to leave that in the comments down below. Now, you could get really creative with how you paint this on. Polka dots, stripes, through a stencil, because all you have to remember is wherever you put the size, your gold leaf will stick in that shape or pattern. As far as application goes, you could brush it on and you'll get some nice soft painterly marks from your brush, or you could roll it with a good quality dense foam roller to get a really smooth, even surface. Today, I'm going to be brushing on with a little bit of a broken edge to create an interesting uneven top, and that's why I didn't worry so much about my tape being perfect or even. When you're brushing on the sides, it's just a nice, thin, even coat. And being mindful not to make pools or puddles, and watch for drips and for runs. You can see that as I paint it on, it goes on white, and when it dries, it'll end up being clear. All right, the size is on and it takes about 25 to 30 minutes usually to fully dry. So we'll set those aside. And while I'm waiting for those to dry, I will answer some of the frequently asked questions I get about gold leaf. So what is gold leaf? It's actually thin sheets of metal. It's thinner than tissue paper, and it tears easily, and it's very lightweight. So is it real gold? Well, although you can get real gold leaf, the product I have here in front of me is called imitation gold leaf, and it's actually made up of copper and zinc. I also have imitation silver leaf, which is made up of aluminum. And this one here, which is sometimes called rose gold or copper, and it's made up of copper. Another question I get asked a lot is, how do I know when the size is dry? Well, as I mentioned earlier, when it dries, it goes from white to clear. And this one here looks pretty clear. There's a couple of white spots here that aren't quite dry. The other way to know is when you touch it, it'll feel tacky, but nothing comes off on your finger. We're just going to give these a couple more minutes because I do see a few little white spots, and then they'll be fully dry. The size is now dry, tacky, but nothing comes off on my finger, and no white bits remaining, so I can go ahead and apply my gold leaf. Pick up one sheet at a time. There's sheets of tissue paper that divide the sheets of gold leaf. I like to start by giving it a little bit of a crinkle and then lightly press it into the size. I'll continue to add sheets until all of the adhesive size is covered. If you find that you've missed a spot, you can just tear off a piece and fill in the holes as you go. And don't worry about your sheets overlapping. Now take a soft cloth and gently rub the leaf to press it into place. Any loose bits or overlapping pieces will just gently crumble off and fall. If you find that you've missed any spots, you can always just pick up and press it into any exposed size. Now that all the loose bits of gold leaf are removed, you could apply a top coat over top for added durability. Things like water-based sealers, waxes, epoxy coatings. If you're wondering whether something is suitable or not to put over top of gold leaf, it's always best to contact the manufacturer to see what they recommend. In my case, these are decorative items that are just going to be sitting on a shelf, so I'm not concerned about durability, and I'm not going to be putting a top coat on these ones today. I'm ready to add my plants to the vases. Earlier I measured about a 3-inch height to hide most of this pot, but knowing that you might still be able to see it, I picked up some Spanish moss that I'm just going to use as filler to help conceal the pot. All right, that should do it. I'm really happy with how these turned out. I love the broken, jagged edge. I just think it's a little bit more interesting than if I had just painted a straight line. And the moss just helps to conceal that pot just a little bit further. Last step, put these in place in my studio. If you enjoyed this video, then go ahead, click that thumbs up down below. And if you're interested in learning more DIY techniques and feeling inspired, then consider subscribing. Remember to also hit the notification bell so that you're alerted every time I upload a new video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you back here next time.